my beloved child. Pause for a moment, right here, right now. There is something important I must say to you. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, but now. Do you think I haven't seen your tears? Do you believe your silent prayers have gone unnoticed? I've heard everyone. I've held every sigh, every lonely night, every fear you were too afraid to speak. And today, I say to you, the time has come. A great surprise is on its way, not by accident, not by coincidence, but as part of the divine plan I set in motion, long before you were even born. I am the one who makes a way where there is no way, the one who brings dead things back to life, the one who turns the impossible into reality. Prepare your heart, because what I am about to reveal will not only astonish you, it will change the entire course of your journey. This is not fantasy. This is not a random feeling. This is my voice, the voice of your Creator, speaking directly to you, my chosen one, my called one, the one I will never forsake. Lift up your head, because today everything begins to change. My precious child, the door I am about to open for you is unlike any door you have ever known. It's not made of wood. It bears no hinges. It is a sacred door, etched with your name by my very hand. Long before you even knew how to speak it, I know you've been waiting in silence, in tears, in long nights no one else saw. You've stood at the edge of hope, knocking with broken prayers, faded dreams, and fragile faith. But I saw it all. Not a single prayer of yours has fallen to the ground unnoticed. Not a single tear has gone unseen. And today, I say to you, the waiting is over. The door will open, not because you've earned it, but because of my endless grace. You don't have to understand how. You only have to believe. Because faith, even the size of a mustard seed, is enough to move heaven. Don't let past failures convince you the future can't change. I don't define your destiny by what you've done. I don't see you through the lens of your mistakes. I see you through the lens of eternal, unshakable love. The enemy wants you to think nothing will ever shift. But today I speak the opposite. I declare a door of freedom, healing, and divine purpose is about to open before your very eyes. Get ready, because when I open a door, no one, not man, not time, not hell itself, can shut it. I have already set in motion divine alignment. Someone is coming. A moment is forming. A shift is unfolding. And you will know it's me, because it will carry the unmistakable seal of my hand. Peace that surpasses understanding, joy no one can steal, and favor that rests even in the storm. Yes, I know what you've lost. Dreams that shattered, relationships that bled, opportunities that slipped through your hands like sand. But listen to me. When man closes a door, I prepare to open one that no hand can block. I am the God who makes all things new. Let go of the lie that you are not worthy. Let go of the thought that this word is for someone else. No, this message is for you. You, hearing me right now. I chose you, and my choosing is eternal. I called you by name, and I did not make a mistake. I made a way through the wilderness once, and today, I'm doing it again. Prepare your heart like an open vessel. Don't shrink your dreams out of fear. Believe big, pray big, expect big, for I am the God of the impossible. This door, it's not one you will have to force. I will open it, but you must be willing to walk through. I will not drag you, but I will stand on the other side with my hand extended, my eyes smiling and my heart ready, calling you forward with a whisper. Come, child. Everything you prayed for is on the other side. Those who laughed at your faith will witness undeniable breakthrough. Those who doubted your journey will stand silent as I raise you up, because I will do something so divine, so impossible that people will say, only God could have done that. And when it happens, my beloved, remember, give me the glory. Don't let your praise be silent. A grateful heart keeps the windows of heaven open. Now I ask you, are you ready? Ready to let go of fear? Ready to embrace the unexpected? Ready to believe that today, this very moment, is the turning point? Because I do not speak empty words. What I promise, I perform. You didn't stumble here by accident. You were led, drawn by my spirit. And if you feel me speaking to your heart right now, then respond. Knock, and I will open, for something miraculous is waiting just beyond this door. My precious one, look back for a moment, not to dwell on the pain, but to see how far I brought you. Every road you thought was a dead end, every delay that broke your heart, every time you cried, "Why, Lord?" I was there. I never left you. Not once. I stood beside you when the world turned its back. I carried you when you had no strength left to walk. I whispered hope into your darkness when you believed all was lost. Nothing you walked through was wasted. Nothing you've endured was random. I've gathered every broken piece, every scar, every disappointment, and I'm weaving it into a divine masterpiece. Yes, you face battles others know nothing about, but that's what qualifies you for what's coming. Your scars are not shame. They are signs of survival. They are proof that grace carried you. And now, I will raise you up in such a way that even your enemies will marvel. This door I'm opening, it isn't just for external change. It's for inner transformation. It's about how you see yourself. It's about shedding the false labels the world placed on you. Not enough. Too broken. Disqualified. Child, those labels are lies. They did not come from me. You are not a failure. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are chosen. You are seen. You are called for such a time as this. Don't ask, why me, God? Ask instead, why not me? You have faith. You have endured. You have walked through fire and still held on to me. That alone is enough. I am not calling the flawless. I am calling the faithful. And I am calling you. Now listen closely. There will be resistance. Every door I open, the enemy will try to block. He will send discouragement, delay, doubt, distractions. But do not fear. For when I decree, no one can undo it. Lay your hand over your heart. Feel it beating? That is proof you still have purpose. That I am not done. That your story is still being written. Today is not just another day. It is the start of a new chapter. You don't need all the answers. Just take the next step. I will place people in your path. I will send confirmations. I will speak in ways that leave no doubt. But you must stay sensitive. Stay expectant. Stay in faith. Do not shrink back. Do not settle for less. Do not let fear talk you out of what I've already written in heaven. I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm asking you to trust me, to believe that I am who I say I am, that I will do what I said I would do. Yes, the door is opening, but you must be willing to step through. And when you do, everything will shift. My favor will surround you. Opportunities will align. What was once hard will suddenly begin to flow. Because I, your Lord, go before you. I level the mountains. I make crooked paths straight. I command the winds and the waves, and they obey. Child, you are not walking into this alone. I am right beside you. And everything you've lost, every dream, every chance, every moment you thought was gone forever, I am restoring. Not as it was, but better, stronger, richer, wiser. The enemy tried to break you, but all he did was prepare you. All he did was press you into purpose. So today I ask you again, are you ready to walk through the door? Ready to embrace what you prayed for? Even if it comes wrapped in unexpected packaging. Even if it stretches your comfort zone. I promise you this. What's waiting on the other side is greater than you imagined. And when you look back, you'll say, that could only have been God. So rise up, shake off the dust, lift your eyes, stretch your faith, and walk forward like you believe every promise I made is true, because it is. I never lie. I never fail. And I never forget those who trust in me. You walked through dry places long enough. You've tasted the bitterness of delay. You've endured seasons where nothing seemed to grow, and you wonder if I have forgotten your name. But hear me now, child. The drought is ending. The river is coming. I am sending a flow, divine, unstoppable, and full of life, straight into the places that felt dead. This river will not trickle. It will rush. It will flood over every place the enemy said was barren. The same way I brought water out of a rock for my people in the desert, I will bring supernatural provision for you, right where you are, not later, not someday, but now. I do not need circumstances to change before I bless you. I am the one who creates change through blessing. Do not measure what's coming by what you see. Do not use your past as a ruler for your future. I am not limited by your salary, your education, your background, or your current situation. I am the source. And when I pour out, no one can stop it. This river carries more than financial provision. It brings peace. It brings clarity. It brings restoration in relationships you thought were beyond repair. The river I send will sweep away shame, wash away regret, and soak every part of your life with the fragrance of my presence. You prayed for survival, but I am sending overflow. You asked for enough, but I will give you more than enough, because I am not a God of just barely. I am the God of abundance. I said in my word, I came that they may have life and have it to the full. John 10, verse 10. Full, not limited, not restricted, not conditional. Full, but child, don't misunderstand. I don't bless so you can boast. I bless so you can be a blessing. This river is not just for you to drink from. It's for others to be refreshed by you. So lift your hands. Open your heart. Make room, because when the river comes, it fills what is empty. And right now, I am pouring into your home, pouring into your heart, pouring into your purpose. Some doors you knocked on were not denied. They were delayed because I was preparing the flow. And when it comes, it will make up for every year of struggle. I will restore to you the years the locusts have eaten. Joel 2, verse 25. Yes, I saw the locusts. I saw what life devoured, the lost time, the stolen peace, the fractured identity. But I am the restorer, and nothing is too broken for me. What the enemy destroyed, I will rebuild. What was taken in silence, I will return in glory. Prepare for surprise reconciliation, for unexpected healing, for new strength to rise like a tide inside you. This river will move quickly. What felt stuck will begin to shift. What felt impossible will now feel effortless, because you are no longer striving in your own strength. You are flowing in mine. I go before you like a mighty stream, cutting through resistance, breaking down walls, and softening even the hardest hearts around you. So fear not the flood. It's not here to drown you. It's here to carry you. Child, you have been wading through shallow waters for too long, trying to make do, trying to hold on, trying to stay afloat. But I am calling you deeper, deeper into trust, deeper into surrender, deeper into my flow, where striving ends and abiding begins. Let go of the mindset that says, I have to figure it out. You don't. I already have. You were not designed to survive on drops when I prepared rivers. You were not created to chase crumbs when I've set a table overflowing. My word says, you prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. My cup overflows. Psalm 23, verse 5. Yes, even in the presence of your enemies, even in the midst of struggle, even when it seems nothing is working, I prepare abundance. And this river, it is not coming because you were perfect. It is not flowing because you always believed. It's coming because I made a covenant, because I promised to never leave you, because I delight in showing mercy. I saw the days you wanted to give up, the nights you wept in silence, the prayers you didn't have words for. I collected them all, and now I answer them not in pieces but in power. You will soon say, this came out of nowhere, but it didn't. It came from heaven. It came from me. You'll find favor in unexpected places, support from surprising voices, provision through unlikely channels. Because when I release the river, it doesn't flow by logic. It flows by faith. Some won't understand how you got here. Some will question how doors open so quickly. But you will know it was me. I make rivers in the desert. I bring life to what was considered over. I bring hope to the places no one else dared to believe in. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Isaiah 43, verse 19. Yes, child, a new thing, a fresh wind, a divine shift. But hear me, when the river comes, do not go back to the dry land. Don't return to small thinking. Don't settle for what is comfortable. Step into the overflow. Embrace the unfamiliar. This is not the time to play small. This is a time to rise, to expand, to say, yes, Lord, I am ready. I will enlarge your capacity. I will stretch your influence. I will increase your territory, not just for you, but for every soul connected to your obedience. You are a vessel, and when I fill you, others around you will drink. Your breakthrough will ripple. Your obedience will unlock generational blessing. This is not just about one moment. This is about legacy. That is why the river is coming. To restore you, to revive you, to release you into who I created you to be. So don't hold back. Don't disqualify yourself. Don't wait for everything to be perfect before you move. Step now. Trust now. Believe now. Because I am moving now. The river is not on its way. It has already begun. Even as you read these words, something is shifting in the spirit. Something is awakening in your heart. That is not emotion. That is revelation. You are being drawn into flow, into rhythm with my spirit, into divine alignment with your destiny. Let go of fear. Let go of the old. Let go of trying to control the outcome. Just flow with me. Wherever this river goes, it brings life. And you, my child, are about to come alive again. You've been bound long enough, tied down by fear, chained to shame, entangled in lies that were never yours to carry. But I, the Lord your God, say to you now, the chains are breaking, not just the visible ones, not just the ones others see, but the silent chains, the invisible ones around your heart, the ones you never told anyone about, the ones you believed you'd never be free from. Today, my power is here to shatter them. So if the sun sets you free, you will be free indeed. John 8, verse 36. Not halfway free, not better than before, completely free. Free from a fear that keeps waking you up at night. Free from a voice that tells you you'll never change. Free from the cycle that keeps repeating itself again and again. I'm not just breaking the chains around your behavior. I'm breaking the ones around your identity. Because you are not your failure. You are not your addiction. You are not what they called you. You are mine. I have called you by name. And my voice speaks louder than shame. My truth overrules every lie. My blood paid the full price. Yes, I know what you did. Yes, I saw what happened. But no, I have not disqualified you. In fact, I have chosen you, right in the middle of your mess, to show the world what mercy looks like. You were not created to carry chains. You were made to carry glory. That's why the enemy worked so hard to bind you. He knew the freedom I place inside you would shake nations. He knew if you ever believed who you really are, he wouldn't stand a chance. So he wrapped you in lies, wrapped you in guilt, wrapped you in fear. But he forgot one thing. I always finish what I start. And I started a good work in you. Being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. Philippians 1 verse 6. Today, the chains begin to fall, not by might, not by force, but by my spirit. You don't have to strive to be free. Just surrender. Surrender the pain. Surrender the shame. Surrender the belief that says, maybe this is just who I am. No, child, this is not who you are. This is what you've been through. But who you are is redeemed, chosen, set apart, anointed. And right now, as my words reach your spirit, I am breaking off every lie that told you you'd never be enough. I am silencing the voice that told you you'd always be stuck. I am canceling the agreement you unknowingly made with bondage. That agreement ends today. The blood of Jesus still speaks, and it speaks louder than your sin. It declares you free. It declares you forgiven. It declares you whole. Yes, healing takes time, but freedom starts in a moment, and this is that moment. Chains are breaking. Off your mind, off your relationships, off your habits, off your future, and you won't even recognize yourself in the coming days. I will give you new strength, new desires, new vision, a new identity rooted not in pain, but in promise. The enemy has tried to convince you that change is impossible, that the pain runs too deep, that you've been this way for too long. But I remind you, child, I am the God who sets captives free. I freed Joseph from the prison. I freed Daniel from the lions. I freed Paul and Silas at midnight. And I am freeing you, this prison of fear that keeps circling your thoughts. I'm breaking it now. This cage of addiction that whispers, you'll never escape, I'm tearing it down. This cycle of guilt and shame that plays like a broken record, I am silencing it. You have repented. You have cried out. And now, I declare over you freedom. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. 2 Corinthians 3, verse 17. My spirit is with you, and my spirit is not weak. My spirit shatters yokes. My spirit burns through chains. My spirit lifts what no human hand can lift. And now I am lifting you. I'm lifting you out of the darkness you've been hiding in, out of the pit you thought you'd never escape, out of the version of yourself you thought you were doomed to stay in forever. Because I see the real you, the you I formed before the foundation of the world. The you that still dares to hope, even after everything. The you that carries destiny in their bones, even if the world tried to bury it. Child, there's power in your surrender. When you stop trying to earn your freedom and simply receive it, that's when everything changes. I'm not asking for your performance. I'm asking for your heart. Bring me your brokenness. Bring me your weakness. Bring me your regret, and watch what I do with it. I take ashes and make beauty. I take mourning and bring joy. I take shame and crown you with honor. You are not too far gone. You are not too dirty. You are not beyond restoration. You are still mine. You are still covered. You are still loved. I want you to say this aloud, even if your voice trembles. I am not what I've done. I am who God says I am. I am free. Say it again. Let every chain hear it. Let every demon flee from it. Let every lie break under it, because that truth carries power. Heaven recognizes it, and hell fears it. You are not fighting alone. I've assigned angels to war for you. I position grace to follow you, and I've wrapped you in mercy that cannot be undone. Yes, people may still remember your mistakes, but I do not. As far as the east is from the west, so far have I removed your transgressions from you. Psalm 103, verse 12. I remember your repentance. I remember your return, and I rejoice over your freedom. There's a shift happening even now. In your heart, in your mind, in your atmosphere. The old has passed away. The new has come. You are stepping into resurrection. Resurrection of identity, of purpose, of joy, of destiny. Let me tell you something the enemy doesn't want you to hear. Your story is not over. In fact, the most powerful chapter is just beginning. You will walk in freedom. You will break generational patterns. You will become a testimony of grace. And the chains that once held you, they will become the very sound of your victory. Others will hear them fall, and they'll come running to the same Savior who set you free. Your freedom is not just for you. It is for many. So lift your head, straighten your back, look at yourself in the mirror and see what I see. A child redeemed, a warrior rising, a vessel of my glory. I have broken the chains. Now walk in the light, walk in boldness, walk in purpose. Because whom the Son sets free is free indeed. This is not how your story ends. Not in pain, not in failure, not in the shadow of your past. I, the Lord your God, am the author, and what I write, no man, no mistake, no demon in hell can erase. The world may have written you off. People may have spoken words that pierce your identity. They saw your lowest moment and labeled it your ending. But I saw your heart, and I called it beginning. Child, I am rewriting your story, not with ink, but with blood, not with shame, but with grace, not with judgment, but with mercy. Behold, I make all things new. Revelation 21, verse 5. That includes you. Every page the enemy tried to fill with lies, I am tearing out. Every chapter marked by fear, I am redeeming. Every sentence soaked in regret, I am rewriting with purpose. Yes, I saw what happened. I know the pages you wish you could burn, the decisions you regret, the time you feel you've wasted. But let me tell you something powerful. I waste nothing. I will use even the darkest lines of your past to highlight the brilliance of your redemption. I will use the pain as a platform, the wound as a weapon, the silence as a setup. You are not disqualified. You are being redesigned, recommissioned, repositioned. Do not believe a lie that says it's too late. Child, it is not too late. It is right on time. I am the God who turned Saul into Paul, who turned the cross into a throne, who turned the grave into glory. And I am turning your story too. You've been reading your life like a tragedy, but I've written it as a testimony. You've been stuck in one painful chapter, but I am turning the page. Child, I am not intimidated by your past. I am not limited by your present, and I am not worried about your future. I hold the pen, and I'm still writing. The enemy thought if he could scar you early, he could silence your voice forever. But what he didn't expect was resurrection, because I specialize in comebacks, in impossible redemptions, in sudden reversals. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29, verse 11. Yes, hope. That's the word I'm restoring inside you right now. Hope that says, it's not over. Hope that whispers, something better is coming. Hope that breathes life into the ruins. And I want you to know this. Your story still matters. There are people whose healing will begin the moment you stop hiding. There are destinies connected to your obedience. There are lives that will change because you decided not to give up. So don't be ashamed of what you've been through. Don't bury the story I'm trying to resurrect. Because your scars, yes, even those, are holy. They speak of my power, my faithfulness, my ability to restore what no one else could touch. You once said, nothing good could come out of this. But I say, watch me. I will turn this pain into oil, this mess into a message, this shame into strength. You will no longer live under the weight of what was. You are stepping into what is being written now, fresh, divine, unstoppable. Yes, some people only know your old chapter. Let them, because soon they'll witness the new one. They'll say, is that really the same person? And you'll say, no, that person died. What you see now is resurrection. Because that's what I do. I don't just improve. I transform. Let the old version of you rest. Let the guilt go. Let the opinions fade. Let the fear of the unknown fall. I am writing something more beautiful than you could ever imagine. And every word is soaked in love. So trust me with the next chapter, even if you don't know how it unfolds. Even if the pen feels out of your hand. It's in mine. It's always been. You are not a mistake. You are not a lost cause. You are not too broken to be used. You are a living, breathing, walking story of grace. A light in the dark. A miracle in motion. I have turned the page. Now walk boldly into what's next. Because the story I'm writing, it ends in glory. I saw it. Every moment the enemy took what belonged to you. Every opportunity lost. Every door slammed shut. Every ounce of peace ripped from your heart. I saw the betrayal. I heard the silence when you cried for help. I felt the ache in your chest when you whispered, God, why did you let this happen? But I want you to hear me clearly now, child. I am the God who restores. Not partially, not eventually, fully, and in my perfect time. What the enemy stole, I am returning. What life drained out of you, I am refilling. What was torn, I am repairing. And what was buried, I am resurrecting. I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten. Joel 2, verse 25. Years, not just minutes or moments. Years. Because I know it hasn't been one bad day. It's been a long season, a heavy chapter, a stretch of time where it felt like everything was falling apart and nothing was being restored. But restoration is not a concept to me. It is my nature. I don't just give back what was taken. I multiply it. I magnify it. I mark it with my glory. When Job lost everything, I gave him double. When Joseph was betrayed, I raised him to the palace. When my son was crucified, I raised him to eternal victory. And through him, I restore all things. You've mourned long enough. Now it is time to see beauty rise from the ashes. I am restoring your joy. I am restoring your relationships. I am restoring your confidence. I am restoring your time, your peace, your strength. And yes, even the things you thought were too far gone, even the parts of your heart you stopped praying for, even the dreams you buried because they hurt too much to hold, I have not forgotten, and I have not finished. You thought it was over. You thought too much time had passed, but I am not limited by time. I created it. I move beyond it, and I redeem it. I do not return what was lost in the same condition it was taken. I restore with interest. I restore with purpose. I restore with fire. I saw what they did to you. I heard the lies spoken behind your back. I witnessed how your kindness was used as a weapon against you. And still, I say to you now, you will rise. The tears you've cried were not wasted. They water the ground where I will now cause new things to grow. You did not cry in vain. You were sowing in pain, but you will reap in joy. Those who sow with tears will reap with songs of joy. Psalm 126, verse 5. You may not see it yet, but under the surface, I've been working. While you were resting, I was restoring. While you were breaking, I was building. While you were waiting, I was preparing. And now, child, is the time for recovery. Now is the moment I begin to bring things back into your hands. Not by striving, not by begging, but by grace. Grace that opens doors you never expected. Grace that sends help from places you didn't ask. Grace that pulls you out of the ruins and sets you among royalty. Yes, royalty, because you are mine, and I clothe my children in dignity. I am restoring the way you see yourself, no longer through the lens of failure or fear, but through the eyes of heaven. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt. You are not empty. You are being refilled. You are not forgotten. You are being restored. There is nothing so damaged I cannot redeem. No detour so far I cannot reroute. No path so heavy I cannot rewrite. And here's what I want you to hear. You will laugh again. You will dream again. You will live again. This is not about going back to what you had. This is about stepping into something greater. I am not just returning what you lost. I am giving what you never knew to ask for. You thought the pain would define your future, but I have rewritten the ending, and it ends in glory. Get ready, child, because in the places you were robbed, I will build altars of worship. Where you were abandoned, I will send divine companionship. Where you were broken, I will release healing that overflows. What once was shameful, I will use to set others free, because that's who I am. I do not waste pain. I transform it into purpose. And you are part of that purpose. This is why the battle was so intense. This is why the warfare didn't let up. Because hell saw what was on your life, even before you believed it. But it's time now. Time to take background. Time to walk with confidence again. Time to step into the restoration I've already begun. And when people ask, how did it happen? You'll say, I didn't fix it. God restored it. Because it won't be by effort. It won't be by manipulation. It will be by miracle. So stay ready. Stay close. Stay humble. Because I am moving swiftly. I am restoring completely. And I am doing it now. You've carried the weight long enough. Fighting battles in silence. Smiling on the outside while you're breaking on the inside. Wondering if help will ever come. Wondering if I've forgotten you. But hear me now, child. Help is on the way. Not just ordinary help. Divine help. I am sending answers from heaven. Reinforcements. Strength beyond your own. Provision you didn't expect. People you didn't even know were part of the plan. My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Psalm 121, verse 2. You were never meant to do this alone. Never designed to bear the burden by yourself. I never asked you to carry it all. I asked you to trust me. And now, in the moment where it feels like you've come to the end, that's where I begin. I'm dispatching angels to war for you, to shield you, to push back the darkness that's tried to surround you, to speak peace into your chaos and strength into your weakness. You may not see them, but they are real. You may not feel them, but they are near. Even now, things are moving in the spirit realm on your behalf. People are waking up with you on their hearts. Conversations are happening in rooms you haven't entered yet. Doors are unlocking that you didn't even knock on. Because when I send help, it doesn't arrive empty-handed. It arrives with favor, with answers, with restoration. You've been praying for breakthrough. But what I'm sending is bigger than you imagined. You asked for a small opening. I'm bringing you a floodgate. Because I never answer in pieces. I answer in power. I don't send scraps. I send supernatural strategy. I send divine connections, holy partnerships, unseen alignments. Even when you thought I was silent, I was preparing. You felt delay, but it was divine setup. I was lining things up with precision. I was moving people into position. I was blocking distractions, rearranging timelines, and protecting you from what you didn't even know was coming. You thought it was rejection, but it was redirection. Because I won't let anything touch your life that isn't part of my plan. What you thought was a closed door was actually my hand, shielding you. What looked like a detour was me, rerouting you to something greater. Child, do you not know that I go before you, that I surround you, that I command angel armies for your sake? The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him, and he delivers them. Psalm 34, verse 7. Yes, you are surrounded. You are defended. You are not alone. There are prayers you prayed years ago, and you thought I forgot, but heaven never forgets. And now, the answer is being released. Don't let your current view limit your expectation. You don't have to understand how. Just trust who. You've been trying to figure it all out. But I'm not asking you to plan it. I'm asking you to believe. Believe that help is coming. Believe that I still do miracles. Believe that I still send angels. Believe that I still open doors no man can shut. And child, let me say this clearly. You're not a burden to me. You're not asking for too much. I am El Shaddai, the God of more than enough. What is too big for man is simple for me. What is too far gone for you is just beginning for me. So hold on. Even if all you have left is a whisper, hold on. Even if your faith feels like a flickering flame, because I'm coming through. I'm coming through with clarity. I'm coming through with resources. I'm coming through with healing. I'm coming through with people you didn't even pray for, but I prepared them for you. And they will find you, bless you, speak life into you, fight beside you. Because I am Jehovah Jireh, your provider. I am Jehovah Nissi, your banner in battle. I am Emmanuel, God with you, and I do not abandon my children. So dry your tears, lift your eyes, stand tall, because help is not just on the way. It's already here. You will see me move. You will testify. You will say, this had to be God. And you'll be right, because no one else could have done what I'm about to do. This isn't just favor. It's divine intervention, and it begins now. There are voices that have lingered too long, whispers that have shaped how you see yourself, echoes of old wounds, opinions soaked in judgment, criticism disguised as concern. They are not from me. You've tried to ignore them, tried to drown them out with busyness, tried to push forward while they replay in your mind. But I see how they've affected you. I see how those words made you question your worth, your calling, even your identity. So now I step in. I am silencing them. I am removing them. I am clearing the noise so you can hear me again. My sheep listen to my voice. I know them and they follow me. John 10, verse 27. Not every voice deserves access to your heart. Not every voice is qualified to speak into your spirit. And many of the voices you've let in were never sent by me. They came to distract, to delay, to plant seeds of doubt and discouragement. They dressed themselves in authority, but they were sent by the enemy to confuse and divide. Enough. I am reclaiming the sound space around you. I am tuning your ears to heaven. I am lifting the fog from your mind, because the words you believe will shape the life you live. And I want your life to reflect truth, my truth. You've been listening to voices that don't carry my spirit, voices that say, you're not enough. You'll never change. God won't use someone like you. Child, those are lies. And they didn't come from me. There is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. Romans 8, verse 1. If the voice in your head leads to shame, fear, panic, or hopelessness, it's not me. My voice brings peace. My voice brings strength. My voice brings truth that sets you free. You'll know the truth, and the truth will set you free. John 8, verse 32. That's why today, I am removing the wrong voices, the ones that mock your growth, the ones that magnify your failures, The ones that talk you out of what I called you to do. Even if they come from people you love, I will protect your purpose. And if I have to separate you from certain voices, it's not rejection, it's preservation. Yes, there will be moments when it feels lonely, but even in the silence, I am speaking. Even when others fall away, I remain. I am healing the wounds their words caused. The ones that made you afraid to dream again, afraid to step forward, afraid to believe you could actually be chosen. You are chosen. You are set apart. You are marked by heaven. That's why the enemy sent those voices in the first place. Because he saw what was on your life. And he knew if he couldn't stop me, he'd try to stop you from believing me. But it's over now. That cycle ends here. You're no longer agreeing with voices of fear. You're no longer letting shame narrate your future. You're no longer giving space to voices that lead you away from me. From this moment forward, you will know my voice. You will recognize it. And you will trust it, even when it challenges you, even when it stretches you, even when it leads you into unknown places. You will go with confidence, because my sheep hear my voice. And you are mine, so I am quieting the inner critic. I'm silencing the memory of what they said. I'm removing the power of every word that did not come from my mouth, and I am speaking over you now. You are loved. You are covered. You are rising. Your identity is not in what they said. It's in what I declared. You are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession. 1 Peter 2, verse 9. So rise up, child. Take back your confidence. Take back your vision. Take back your ears. From now on, you listen to me, to my promises, to my truth, to my spirit, who lives in you and guides you. No more confusion. No more delay. No more distortion. I am making your path clear again. I am giving you discernment. I am restoring your hearing. So don't be surprised when some voices begin to fade. Don't panic when I remove certain people. Don't mourn the loss of what I never called to stay. This is protection. This is alignment. This is love. I am the voice that leads you into life. And I will never lead you into fear. Let the false voices fall. Let my voice rise above them all. And follow me. You were not born by accident. You were not placed here randomly. There's purpose in your breath. There's calling in your DNA. There's destiny written on your life. Even in the seasons where you felt aimless, even in the moments where you question why you're still here, I've been whispering. There is more than survival, more than routine, more than pain followed by another day of pretending. There is something I placed deep inside you, before you were wounded, before you were disappointed, before you even knew my name. I placed purpose in your soul, a divine assignment, a heavenly blueprint, and now I am awakening it. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. You've walked through fire, but the fire didn't burn you, it refined you. You've walked through loss, but it didn't take your purpose, it deepened it. You've walked through silence, but even there I was speaking to you. And now I say, wake up, purpose. Wake up, calling. Wake up, vision. It's time. You may feel unqualified, but I qualify those I call. You may feel unworthy, but I wrapped you in my righteousness. There are things only you can carry. There are people only you can reach. There are stories only you can tell. You've mistaken delay for denial, but I have been preparing you, not punishing you, not overlooking you, preparing you. Do you think I forgot what I put inside you? No, child. I've been watering it, nurturing it, shielding it until the right time. And now the time has come. The dream you buried out of disappointment, I'm digging it up. The fire you let go out, I'm breathing life into it again. That gift you once used but stopped because of fear, pick it up again. The words I gave you that you silenced out of shame, speak them again. The vision you had that others didn't understand, don't throw it away. I gave it to you, not them. You've looked around and said, God, there's so much further than me. But I'm not calling you to compete. I'm calling you to complete what I started in you. He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Philippians 1 verse 6. This is not the season to shrink. This is the season to step forward. I am awakening the leader inside of you, the intercessor, the writer, the builder, the encourager, the voice of healing, the one who breaks generational chains. Yes, you. You've seen yourself through the lens of limitation, but I see you through the lens of promise. You've said, I'm too flawed. But I say, you're chosen. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you, so that you might go and bear fruit, fruit that will last. John 15, verse 16. I appointed you, I anointed you, and I have not changed my mind. There is purpose in your pain. There is power in your story. There is glory in your journey. No more hiding. No more hesitation. No more sitting on what I placed in you. I didn't give you that fire to let it die. I gave you that burden to lead you. I gave you that vision to pull you forward. This is the hour to move. Don't wait until you feel ready. Just be willing, because I don't need your perfection. I want your surrender. And child, when you surrender, I will do what you never could. I will open doors no man can shut. I will place you in rooms you didn't apply for. I will send people who confirm what I already told you. And I will move obstacles that have stood in your way for years. Because when I awaken purpose, I make provision. You won't have to force it. You won't have to fake it. You won't have to prove yourself to anyone. I will validate you. So listen to me now. You are not too old. You are not too young. You have not missed it. You are not too broken. You are right on time. And I'm waking up every ounce of purpose you tried to bury. Because what I planted in you, the world needs. You were born for this moment. You were formed for this generation. You were sent to carry light into darkness. And now it begins. There are chains you've learned to live with. Chains of fear. Chains of shame. Chains of old trauma that still echo in the quiet moments. Chains that weren't always visible but always heavy. You've called it normal. I call it bondage. And I didn't create you to live this way. You are my child, not a prisoner, not a slave to fear, not bound to your past. It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm, then, and do not let yourselves be burdened again by a yoke of slavery. Galatians 5, verse 1. So hear me now, beloved. I am breaking every chain. The ones you inherited, the ones you accepted, even the ones you secretly believed you deserved. I see what others don't. I see the inner battles, the cycles you've tried to break, the tears you've cried alone, the silent cries for help you never dared to speak. But I heard them, and I'm answering them, not with more struggle, but with deliverance. I'm not asking you to fight this alone. I already fought for you. I already conquered the grave. I already shattered the gates of hell. You've wrestled with things others never saw. Insecurity wrapped in silence. Addictions hidden beneath performance. Patterns passed down through generations. Whispering, this is just the way it is. But I did not send my son to leave you in chains. I sent him to set you free. Free from addiction. Free from torment. Free from guilt that eats you alive when no one is watching. Free from voices in your mind that say you're still bound. So if the Son sets you free, you'll be free indeed. John 8, verse 36. That means no halfway healing, no partial peace, no freedom that still carries the smell of fear. Free, indeed, completely, eternally. You've cried out, God, why can't I shake this? And I say to you, because this battle isn't natural, it's spiritual, and I'm stepping in now. The chains aren't just habits. They are spiritual assignments to keep you stuck, to make you forget who you are, to make you believe that nothing can change. But the devil is a liar. He may have bound you for a season, but he cannot stop your freedom. He cannot cancel what I have decreed over your life. Today, I cancel every agreement you made with pain, every lie you believed, every label you wore like a second skin. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me. He has sent me to proclaim freedom for the captives and release from darkness for the prisoners. Isaiah 61, verse 1. That is what I'm doing in you now. Chains of trauma, broken. Chains of unworthiness, shattered. Chains of fear, consumed by my fire. You will not carry what your parents carried. You will not live under what once owned your bloodline. Because when I step in, the curse ends. I break the grip of shame. I silence the voice of condemnation. I burn every invisible chain with the fire of my spirit. This is not hype. This is healing. You've said, God, I'm tired. And I've said, that's why I'm fighting for you. This battle is mine now. So rest and watch what I will do. I will free you from the toxic relationships that keep you bound, the patterns that pull you backward, the weight you were never meant to carry. I am making room inside you, room for peace, room for clarity, room for purpose. Because chains are not just meant to be broken. They're meant to be replaced. Replaced with worship, with identity, with the sound of your own voice declaring, I am not a slave. I am a child of God. So speak it with me. I am free. I am whole. I am not what happened to me. I am what God has declared over me. Every addiction, every wound, every silent stronghold, it falls now. In my name, you're not going back to the old version of yourself. You're walking out of the fire untouched. Because the fourth man in the fire, that was me, and I never left your side. I'm leading you out, step by step, chain by chain, lie by lie, until all that's left is glory, until all that's left is truth, until you look in the mirror and see freedom in your eyes. So lift your head. You are not too far gone. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are being set free. And whom I set free is free indeed. You used to speak with fire. You used to pray boldly. You used to declare my promises like they were written on your bones. But life came hard, and slowly your voice grew quiet. You stopped praying like you used to. You stopped declaring what I said. You stopped believing your voice mattered. You've been silenced by shame, muted by trauma, paralyzed by disappointment. But listen carefully, child. I am restoring your voice, not just your sound, but your authority, your identity, your confidence. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so, whom he has redeemed from a hand the enemy. Psalm 107 verse 2. You've been redeemed. So speak like it, walk like it, pray like it. I created you with a voice for a reason, not to whisper your way through life, not to hide in fear, but to declare the truth, to shift atmospheres, to command mountains to move. The enemy feared your voice from the beginning. That's why he tried to steal it, through pain, through betrayal, through moments where you were shut down, talked over, or told you didn't matter. But you do matter. Your voice carries weight in heaven. And when you speak in alignment with me, hell trembles. Child, I'm not just giving you words. I'm giving you fire. Words that destroy lies. Words that bring healing. Words that set captives free. You will no longer echo your wounds. You will echo my word. You'll speak to the dry bones in your life, and they will rise. You'll speak over your family, and chains will break. You'll declare my promises over your situation, and heaven will respond. Because when I restore your voice, I restore your authority. You've been quiet long enough, not just with your mouth, but with your faith. There's been a silence in your spirit, a hesitation, a fear of what if I speak and nothing changes? But I say to you, speak anyway, declare anyway, praise anyway, because your voice isn't based on your perfection. It's based on my power. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Proverbs 18 verse 21. That's why the enemy attacked your words, because he knew your words were weapons. But I am giving them back to you, sharper, stronger, holy. You will no longer speak as a victim. You will speak as a victor. No more silence. No more shame. No more shrinking back. You will speak like a child who knows their father is king. You will speak like one who has been with me in the secret place. You will speak life over what others call dead. You will speak faith where fear once lived. Child, your voice is not small in my ears. When you pray, I lean in. When you worship, I inhabit. When you declare my word, it does not return void. The word that goes out from my mouth will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it. Isaiah 55 verse 11. Now your mouth will no longer repeat curses. It will proclaim blessing. It will build. It will war. It will heal. You'll speak to the storm and see it quiet. You'll speak to your future and see it open. You'll speak to your inner child and say, "You are safe now. You are free now. You are loved now." I am restoring not just the sound of your voice, but the truth in it, the boldness, the joy, the freedom. You are not voiceless. You never were. You were silenced by battles you were never meant to fight alone. But I fought for you. And now, I'm placing a new sound in your mouth. A holy sound. A sound that shakes darkness. A sound that heaven recognizes. A sound that releases glory. So speak again. Prophesy again. Pray again. Worship again. Sing over your dry places. Declare my word in the waiting. Command the lies to flee. Your voice is rising again, not in fear, not in doubt, but in faith, because I have restored it, and no one can steal what I've redeemed. There are parts of your life that look like ruins, pieces scattered across the years, dreams that died quietly, relationships that never recovered, seasons you never talk about because the pain still lingers. You've wondered if anything good could come from it. You've asked, "God, how can you use this?" But hear me now, child. I am the God who rebuilds. I don't discard what's broken. I redeem it. I don't ignore the ruins. I resurrect from them. They will rebuild the ancient ruins and restore the places long devastated. They will renew the ruined cities that have been devastated for generations. Isaiah 61 verse 4. I see every place where your heart cracked, every moment where hope was shattered, every dream you buried with tears. And I say, nothing is wasted in my hands. I know how it felt when everything fell apart, when the thing you prayed for slipped through your hands, when the people you trusted walked away, when the plan you built collapsed beneath you. But I never walked away from the rubble. I stayed. I knelt down beside the wreckage, and I began to gather the pieces, one by one, because I am not finished with you. I am the God who brings beauty from ashes, joy from mourning, restoration for what the world calls a lost cause. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34, verse 18. You've asked, can anything good come from this? And I answer, yes. I will use the very place you were broken to display my glory, to reveal my power, to testify to my faithfulness. The marriage that felt too damaged, I can breathe life into it. The family that fractured years ago, I can bring reconciliation. The calling you thought you forfeited, it's still alive in my hands. Because I don't just repair, I rebuild. And when I rebuild, it's better than before. You cried, God, I lost too much. But I say to you, what you lost is nothing compared to what I'm about to restore. You haven't seen the full picture. You've only seen the dust. But I've seen the temple rising from ruins. I've seen the glory waiting on the other side of surrender. The world told you it was over. But I never said that. I was silent, yes, but never absent. I've been building in the silence, laying foundations where others saw failure, preparing provision in places you thought were empty. The glory of this present house will be greater than the glory of the former house, says the Lord Almighty. Haggai 2 verse 9. This is what I do. I take what was ruined and raise it up again. I take what was cursed and bless it. I take what was torn down by man and make it stand by my spirit. So don't despise the ruins. Don't curse the season where everything fell apart. It had to happen so I could build something that would last. I'm rebuilding your faith, not in people, but in me. I'm rebuilding your vision, not based on fear, but on truth. I'm rebuilding your heart, stronger, softer, wiser. You will rise from this, not just standing, but shining, not just surviving, but testifying. Others will look at what I rebuilt in you and say, that could only be God. So let me work. Let me move. Let me carry the weight of the broken pieces. You don't have to glue them back together. I'm the potter. You are the clay. And even if it feels like you've been shattered, I'm remaking you into something glorious. You're not damaged goods. You're not beyond repair. You're not too late. You are in my hands. And I make all things new. So breathe. Let go of the shame. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the questions that keep you stuck in yesterday. I am building something beautiful. Right now, in you, through you, and soon, very soon, you'll walk in the very places where you once wept and say, "Look what the Lord has rebuilt." This is not just a moment of comfort. This is a declaration, a divine verdict over every battle, every trial, every tear you cried. I am not watching you struggle in silence. I am not pacing in heaven, hoping you make it. No, child, I've already gone before you, and I've declared, victory is yours. Victory over fear. Victory over depression. Victory over addiction. Victory over lack. Victory over every chain the enemy thought would hold you forever. But thanks be to God, He gives us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ. 1 Corinthians 15, verse 57. You are not losing. You are learning to fight my way. You've been in a battle, yes, but the outcome has already been sealed in heaven. And I don't lose battles. You've looked at the scoreboard. You've counted losses, failures, moments where it looked like the enemy was winning. But what you couldn't see was that I never stopped fighting for you, even when you were weary, even when you doubted me, even when you were tempted to give up. I stood in the gap. I shielded you from things you didn't even know were aimed at you. I covered you in your weakest hour. I sent angels to war on your behalf, because this battle, it was never just yours. You've tried to fight with your own strength. You've tried to win with logic, with strategy, with willpower. But this is not a battle of flesh and blood. This is a spiritual war. And I am your commander. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. And every tongue that rises against you in judgment, you shall condemn. This is a heritage of the servants of the Lord. Isaiah 54, verse 17. Weapons were formed, but they won't work. Words were spoken, but they will fall flat. Accusations were made, but none of them change who I say you are. You are not defeated. You are not losing. You are stepping into victory. Victory that was purchased at the cross. Victory that is sealed by my Spirit. Victory that isn't based on your record, but on mine. I never lose. I never retreat. And I never change my mind about you. You've said, but I failed. I say, you're forgiven. You've said, but I've fallen. I say, get up. The story's not over. You've said, I don't see the way forward. And I say, I am the way. You see walls. I see open gates. You see delay. I see divine timing. You see defeat. I see a setup for your greatest breakthrough. Child, I am declaring victory over your life. Over your mind, peace. Over your family, restoration. Over your finances, provision. Over your past, redemption. Over your future, favor. The Lord your God is with you, the mighty warrior who saves. He will take great delight in you. In his love he will no longer rebuke you, but will rejoice over you with singing. Zephaniah 3, verse 17. I don't just declare victory. I sing it over you. Heaven is rejoicing right now, because chains are breaking, fear is lifting, lies are being silenced, and the true you, the healed, whole, radiant you, is rising. You've been hidden, but now I am revealing what I've been building. You've been attacked, but now I am restoring what was stolen. You've been delayed, but now I am accelerating your purpose. Nothing can stop what I've ordained. So stop rehearsing your defeat. Start declaring your deliverance. Say it with me. I am victorious. I am redeemed. I am free. I am who God says I am. You are not fighting for victory. You're fighting from victory. The battle belongs to me, and I never lose. Now lift your head. Raise your voice. Stand in the authority I gave you, because this is not the end. This is your beginning. The enemy tried to silence you, crush you, convince you that it was over. But I've stood over your life and declared, it is finished. Not your story, not your promise, but the power of sin, the hold of shame, the authority of the accuser. In all these things, we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. Romans 8, verse 37. And that's who you are, more than a conqueror. Walk in it, live in it, declare it. Because I, the Lord your God, have declared victory over your life. You've been carrying more than I ever asked you to. Responsibilities you weren't meant to bear. Fears you were never meant to fight alone. burdens that grew heavier with every silent battle you faced. I've watched you press on, exhausted but still moving, smiling but aching on the inside, serving everyone else, while quietly suffocating under the weight of it all. But today, listen closely. I am lifting the weight, the invisible weight, the emotional load, the weight of trying to hold it all together while falling apart inside. You were never meant to carry it alone. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. Matthew 11 verses 28 to 29. You've carried so much. Expectations, pressure, guilt, the need to prove yourself, the fear of letting others down, the voice that says, you're strong. You don't get to fall apart. But child, I never asked you to be everything for everyone. I never called you to carry burdens meant for my shoulders. I never intended for you to run on empty, just so others could be filled. I see how you lie awake at night, worrying, overthinking, holding on to fears too heavy to speak out loud. I've heard the prayers you didn't know how to pray, the sighs that came from deep in your chest, the I'm okay when you weren't. And I say now, let me carry you. Let me take the pressure. Let me hold the pieces. Let me be your strength when you've run out of your own. You don't need to be strong for me to love you. You don't need to have it all together for me to move. I loved you in the middle of the meltdown. I chose you before you were ever strong. I covered you when you had nothing left to give. And now I say, lay it down. Lay down the fear of failing. Lay down the burden of performance. Lay down the need to be everything for everyone. Let me be everything for you. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5 verse 7. I care for you. Not just your calling. Not just your impact. You. Your tears matter. Your exhaustion matters. Your heart matters. You are not a machine. You are my beloved. And I did not design you to survive by striving. That's the weight I'm lifting. The weight of striving for love. When you already have it. The weight of pretending. When you're allowed to be vulnerable. The weight of fear. When I've already gone ahead of you. You've tried to be strong for so long. You forgot what it feels like to be carried. But today, child, let me carry you. Let me hold you while you exhale. Let me whisper peace over your anxious mind. Let me fill your lungs with breath that doesn't burn. I'm not rushing you. I'm not disappointed. I'm not demanding more from you. I'm giving you rest. I'm giving you stillness. I'm giving you permission to breathe again. Not every battle must be fought today. Not every weight is yours to fix. Not every person is yours to save. I'm God. You're not. And I am well able to handle the things that overwhelm you. So hand them to me, one at a time. Even if your hands are trembling, even if you don't know how, just whisper, "Here, Lord," and I will take it. The bills, the decisions, the memories, the things you can't even explain. Give them to me, because I don't just lighten loads. I carry them. I destroy the yokes the enemy put on you, and I replace them with peace. You, Lord, are a shield around me, my glory, the one who lifts my head high. Psalm 3 verse 3. Lift your head again. The heaviness is lifting. Your shoulders are rising. Your soul is breathing. You will not burn out. You will not break down. You will not be crushed. You are being carried, not by your own effort, but by my grace. So walk lightly, worship freely, sleep deeply, trust completely. I am lifting the weight. I am carrying what you can't. I am going ahead of you so you can walk in peace. This is not weakness. This is surrender. And in surrender, you'll find strength you never knew you had. Because when you rest in me, I work for you. And that, my beloved, is where true freedom begins. You whispered it quietly. God, I can't do this alone. You felt the silence grow heavy, the days blur, the weight build. You wondered if I heard. But I tell you now, I did. I heard every prayer, every cry, every exhausted breath you pushed through the dark. And I say this with all of heaven as my witness. Help is on the way. Not late, not random, but perfectly timed. strategically placed, divinely designed. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Psalm 46, verse 1. I know it feels like I've been silent. I know the waiting has worn you down, but I've never ignored you. I've never been far. I've simply been preparing help that fits perfectly, help that doesn't just show up, but shows up right on time. You see delay. I see divine setup. You feel forgotten. But I've been aligning people, places, and moments to collide with your breakthrough. You've thought, if one more door closes, I'll collapse. But I was closing the wrong doors to open the exact right one. I am sending help, not the kind that patches holes temporarily, but the kind that lifts you for good. I'm sending voices who won't judge your weakness. I'm sending people who recognize your anointing, even in your pain. I'm sending provision that overtakes your lack. I'm sending favor that opens doors no resume could reach. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Psalm 121, verses 1 to 2. You don't need to strive to make it happen. Just stay close to me. Rest in my promises. Help doesn't come from the hustle. It comes from heaven. I know you've reached your limit. I allowed that not to break you, but to reveal my strength. Because when it's not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, then there's no doubt who gets the glory. Even now, I'm touching the heart of someone who will speak your name in the right room. I'm stirring compassion in someone who has the resources you need. I'm releasing wisdom through someone who's walked through what you're walking through now. This is not coincidence. This is coordination by the hand of God. I'm sending people who won't compete with you. They'll cover you. I'm sending mentors who will call forth what's been buried. I'm sending intercessors who will pray what you can't articulate. I'm sending confirmation when your faith feels fragile. Help is coming. Help is close. Help is already moving in your direction. At the right time, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Isaiah 60, verse 22. Not your time, my time, and my time is perfect. Some doors didn't open sooner because the help connected to them wasn't ready yet. But now they are. So keep walking, even when the path is unclear. Keep trusting, even when the signs are few. Keep praying, even if it feels small. Because when my help comes, it comes with acceleration. It makes up for lost time. It recovers what was stolen. It restores what was dead. Don't look back. Don't rehearse what didn't work. What I'm sending now is new. New strength. New support. New vision. New doors. Child, your cries have not been in vain. Your patience has not been wasted. Your faith has not been ignored. I've seen every seed you sowed in tears. And I am sending a harvest of help, healing, and hope. You don't need to manipulate. You don't need to beg. You don't need to perform. Just stay in my presence. And you'll see, at the very moment you feel least able to continue, my help will find you. And when it does, you'll look up and say, only God could have done this. Because I am the God who helps. I am the God who shows up in the fire. I am the God who sends manna in the desert. I am the God who places the right people at the right well, at the right hour. I am the God who sent the ram, just when Abraham raised a knife. And I have not changed. So lift your eyes, child. Help is coming. Help is near. Help is mine. Not patched, not recycled, not slightly improved. New. That's what I promised. That's what I'm doing. In you, around you, through you. I know the pain you've been through, the disappointment, the silent years, the prayers that felt like echoes in the dark. But today I declare, the old is gone. The new has come. Not just a new season, but a new you. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come. 2 Corinthians 5, verse 17. You've walked through the wilderness. You've endured the storm. You've been pressed on every side, but you were never crushed. You bent, but you did not break, because I was with you in every step, in every silent cry, in every broken place. I was there, and now I'm doing what only I can do. I'm making all things new. not by your effort, not by your striving, but by my spirit. I'm healing the places no one sees. I'm reviving dreams you buried long ago. I'm rewriting the chapters that ended in sorrow and turning the page to joy. You thought it was too late. You thought the damage was too deep. But I specialize in restoration. I don't just restore to what was. I restore beyond what was. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Isaiah 43, verse 19. You've asked, but how can this be new when I still feel the scars? Child, the scars are not signs of failure. They are signs of healing. They are proof that the wound didn't win, that death did not have the final say. You are not the same as you were before the pain. You are stronger, wiser, softer in the places that matter, sharper in the places that count. And I call that new. I am giving you a new identity, rooted not in what you've done, but in what I've already done for you. I'm giving you new strength, not the kind that burns out, but the kind that rises up with wings like eagles. I'm giving you new territory, lands you thought you forfeited, doors you thought were sealed, dreams you thought had expired. I'm opening them because you're ready. Ready not because you feel qualified, but because your heart is surrendered. Ready not because of perfection, but because of position at my feet. You've learned to trust me in the dark. Now watch what I do in the light. This is your renewal season. This is the chapter where the broken things are made whole, where the old things are stripped away, where resurrection life touches every dry place in you. And not only am I doing it in you, I'm doing it through you. Others will be drawn to the light I've restored in your eyes. They'll ask how you made it. They'll want to know what changed. And you'll point to me and say, He made all things new. You were never forgotten. You were never forsaken. And now you will never be the same. You are walking out of mourning into dancing. You are rising from ashes into beauty. You are stepping out of survival into supernatural peace. He who was seated on the throne said, I am making everything new. Then he said, write this down, for these words are trustworthy and true. Revelation 21, verse 5. Child, my words are true, and my word over you is this. It is time. It is here. It is new. So lift your eyes. Take the first step. Speak the promise. Receive the shift. I'm restoring relationships. I'm healing your body. I'm awakening your spirit. I'm bringing back your joy. I'm making you new. Your mind, your faith, your heart, your story. And what's ahead is not a repeat of what you lost. It's better. It's purer. It's full of me. So walk forward, my beloved, not in fear, not in shame, but in freedom, because the past is over. The old has gone, and everything is being made new. This is your new beginning. This is your time. This is my promise. And I always keep my promises.